Hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well. This is a little update. I do coffee talk for those of you that are new on my YouTube and Facebook. I do coffee talk every once in a while and just give some updates and chit chat and tell you what's going on, what I have going on my craft table. And I'd love to hear if you want to share what you're working on, what you're creating. Just drop a comment. But so Thrifting Thursday, I did not come home with anything. As much as I loved that little hand-thrown pottery mug, I have a couple already of the smaller kind, and they don't get used very often, so I couldn't justify getting another one and putting it in the cupboard. We usually use a bigger mug, This is my second cup today because I'm using this tiny mug. But as pretty as that one was, I left it for someone else. I was very tempted, though. I mean, it's hard to pass up the hand-thrown pottery. The pottery vase, as amazing as that was, it's just not my style. It was very contemporary looking and beautiful artwork signed by the artist. Again, just not my thing, but I can definitely appreciate it for what it was. It's amazing. A little update on the butter bell that pottery butter bell that I got 2 weeks ago. It leaks. It does not hold water. I filled it with the 1/4 inch of water and I filled the top with butter. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love my new butter bell. And then the next morning there was water all over the counter. So for some reason, and I'm not a potter, maybe somebody that makes pottery can let me know. But for some reason this leaks. Either it was maybe a firing issue or a glazing issue. I'm not sure. So that might be why it ended up in the thrift store, because it leaks. But always looking on the bright side, now I have 2 containers, though. I have 2 containers that I can use here in my craft room, and I still love it. So I'll find something wonderful to put in those. Just not water. Can't use them for watercoloring. They just don't hold water, which is unfortunate, but I'll find another one. I know I will. I'll come across another hand-thrown pottery butter bell thrifting one of these days. So I had mentioned I'm really, really, really going to try to do watercolor Wednesdays. And I'm doing watercolor tutorials right now on YouTube, live streaming on YouTube on Wednesdays. And we made watercolor trees this past live that I did, and that's on YouTube. And you can watch the replay. I love that YouTube keeps lives available to rewatch if you can't make it live. So we just washi taped off some triangles and painted them. And a really simple way to make your own Christmas cards. And then we kept going. This was the original plan to do the tutorial on these guys. But we used a Q-tip and made a tree that way. I showed also how to make these squiggle trees. And here's a little way to use them in a card. And then this one I just finished. I got ready. I made this tree during the live, and I added metallic paint the other day. Not filmed or anything, but a rubber stamped Merry Christmas, and I just added some gold paint to that and a gold star. And so you can really amp up these trees. They're fine as is, but you can do a lot with this simple way to make Christmas trees, make your own Christmas cards. And then I was thinking, I showed this little card too. This is not my idea. This is something my daughter and I used to make, but I hope to get a tutorial posted on how to do this little guy, but you can see what it is. It's just, I use twine. You can use string and a button and little marker eyes. You just make a little little reindeer. I think he's really cute. So I've got to get going on making more Christmas cards. I usually try to send them out as I'm making them and mark the names off my list. I don't try to do them all at once. That's nearly impossible with our busy lives. So for the next Watercolor Wednesday YouTube Live, I was just going to do these little guys. It's really, really simple. Once again, you can use washi tape if you want, or you can freehand these little packages, little Christmas packages. And it's kind of whimsical with the little, you can use paint, you can use metallic marker, or just a fine liner black pen like I did here, and make, little bows, ribbons, whatever. And you can add, a rubber stamp, Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or Don't Open Till Christmas or whatever. But that's the beginning of making another Christmas card. If you'd like to join me next Wednesday on YouTube, I'll be live. I'm not sure what time yet. I was thinking I'd try one more in the afternoon rather than morning, so a different group of people can possibly pop on. I know not everybody can do mornings, so I'm going to try to do it at different times. Let's see. So this Thursday's Thanksgiving. It obviously won't be Thrifting Thursday. I'm going to try to thrift Wednesday before or after the watercolor live tutorial. Oh, I wanted to mention on my Amazon, I do have, excuse the sniffles, I do have a list of holiday die cuts, embossing folders, and different holiday supplies, papers that I've gathered and curated this list. If you're interested in shopping that, you might see some things in there that you like for holiday crafts. And real quick, this is just a watercolor painting been working on, just for my, I don't know if it's even showing, just for my downtime. I just like working on this little wintry landscape. But yeah, I think I've covered everything. Well, I hope everybody has a really awesome Saturday, a great weekend, and I think that's it for now. So take care, everybody. Have a great one.